Hey, what's up everyone, Twif here for another crafting showcase. So in this video I will show you how to craft our endgame body armor for the Forbidden Rite character. So first I will show you what the final product looks like, what we are looking for, and then I will show you step by step how we are going to craft it. So this is the chest that we are looking for. It's an astral plate, item level 86 or above. It has Hunter Influence and Redeemer Influence. For the prefixes, we want the Hunter mod, you can apply an additional curse. Then the Veiled modifier from Ailing, increased maximum life, increased maximum mana. And the last one is Crafted life on the bench. For the suffixes, we want Elevated spell critical strike chance, this is a Hunter mod. Then we want the Redeemer mod, chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit. This one you can elevate or not, it will depend if you are willing to spend a little bit more currency or not. And for the last suffix, it will depend on our luck when we awaken orb. So either we will have something random, or if we are lucky we have an open suffix, and then we can try to reforge an elemental resistance. Let's now jump into the crafting part of the video. So the step 1 is to get your bases ready for the Awakener's orb. The first base that we want is the good one, the astral plate with item level 86 or above. It must have Hunter Influence and the elevated mod Spell Critical Strike Chance. If you want to craft the chest yourself, then you can keep watching this, but if you are planning to just buy the chest with Spell Crit Chance right away, then you can fast forward to step 2. If you want to elevate the chest yourself, then there are two good ways to do it. The first one being to go and find some harvest craft with reforge a rare item with a new critical modifier, critical being more common. So this one will give you oftentimes spell critical strike chance, sometimes attack critical strike chance, and if you are lucky you will also get some other influence mod. So what we are looking for is to get tier 1 spell crit chance and then any other Hunter Influence mod, and then you are ready to Orb of Dominance. And if you fail to get the elevated spell crit, you will have to repeat this process again. The option number 2 is to fossil craft the chest to target some modifiers. So as you can see in this screenshot, you want some deft fossil with pristine and dense fossils. So you use that with 3 socket resonators. And this will give you a good chance of getting tier 1 spell crit chance, as well as physical damage taken as chaos modifier as a prefix. If you hit tier 1 spell crit and this mod, then you are ready to Orb of Dominance. And if you fail to elevate the spell crit, you will have to repeat again. The second base that we want will be a Redeemer chest. So this can be any chest, since it will be destroyed with the Awakener's Orb. The base of the chest doesn't matter, you can even get an ES chest or an evasion base, it doesn't matter at all. So what we want on this is chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit mod, and this one you can elevate it or not, it will depend on your budget. It really is not a big deal if you don't want to elevate it, it's just a bit of movement speed per frenzy charge. So for this base, if you are looking for a non-elevated one, the best thing to do is just to go on PoE trade and buy the base. There are some for very cheap, it will save you a lot of time and you won't gain any currency by trying to do it yourself. If you want to have an elevated one like me, it is going to be a bit more annoying, and I don't suggest that you try to craft it yourself. What I suggest is again to go on PoE trade, and you can set up a research like this with chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit and has Redeemer Influence. Then you can browse some chests. So here what we are looking for is to have this mod, chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit, as well as a second Redeemer Influence mod. So let's see if we find one. So here is an example of a chest that you can buy. It has chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit, as well as the Redeemer mod, nearby enemies are blinded. So if you buy this chest, then you will be able to use a Maven Orb or Orb of Dominance now and try to get the elevated frenzy. And if it doesn't work, then you just have to try again. So by now you should have your two bases ready, one being a random one with chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit, being elevated or not, and the second one being the astral plate, item level 86 or above, with elevated spell critical strike chance. And we are now ready for step 2, which is going to do the suffixes. To do our suffixes, we will want to use an Awakener's Orb. So first you click on the chest you want to destroy, so the bad base with Frenzy Charge on it. And then you click your Astral Plate and it will reforge it with the Frenzy mod as well as having the Spell Crit mod. So now two things can happen. The first and the most common one will be that you will get a third suffix, so it will be a random one and you just hope that you get a good one. The second thing that can happen is that you don't get any extra suffixes, so you will only have Spell Crit and Frenzy Charge on hit. In this case you can craft on the bench suffixes cannot be changed, and then you reforge Fire or reforge Lightning with Harvest. This will guarantee you to get an elemental resistance, and then you just hope that you hit a good tier. Just a warning, I do not recommend that you do Chaos or Cold Reforge because there are some Hunter and Redeemer prefixes that have Chaos or Cold nodes, and then it can mess up your suffixes if you do not hit a resistance. So let's now use the Awakener's Orb on my chest and see what I get. So first click on the base you want to destroy, and then you apply it to the Astral Plate. As you can see, I just hit tier 6 Chaos Res on my chest, so there is nothing I can do about it. This is just based on luck basically, and I do not have an open suffix to show you the Reforge craft, so we will just continue to step 3 now. So step 3 will be to do our prefixes, and for this there are two solutions depending on your ascendancy choice. So if you are using Profane Bloom, so the Boom Boom from Occultists, you will want to use the first solution, and if like me you are using Malediction for the extra curse, then you will want to use the second solution. Personally, I don't feel like I need the explosion for this build, so I'm just taking Malediction for the extra curse, and it allows me to be extra tanky. So if you are playing Profane Bloom, the first thing you will want to do is to go on your bench and do suffixes cannot be changed. So here you can see I apply it. And then you want to do Harvest and Reforge Caster. This will guarantee you 100% to roll the chest with, you can apply an additional curse. So here you can see I'm going to do it. And there is the mod. You can apply an additional curse. Then again you want to craft suffixes cannot be changed from the bench. And you will want an Ailing T4 bench for a 50% chance to remove the suffixes cannot be changed mod. So either you will remove cannot apply an additional curse or the meta mod. So what we want is to remove suffixes cannot be changed. So I'm going to simulate it here. So in this case we win the 50-50 and we got our Veil prefix. So now that we have our Veil prefix and cannot apply additional curse mod is still here, you will want to go on your bench and block one modifier before unveiling the chest. So I suggest that you block either chance to block attack damage or chance to block spell damage. So I'm just gonna add it to block it, and then you are ready to unveil. So here again you have around 50% chance to discover maximum life and maximum mana, the craft that we want. It is not guaranteed that you get it, so it might take 1 or 2 tries. Let's see if we get it this time. So we unveil and we can see that here we have it. And that's it, you got your chest done. So now I'm just gonna show you in-game my personal chest, how I'm going to craft it. It is basically the same method, but instead of you can apply an additional curse, I am going to use the mod physical damage taken as chaos. We are now back in game and I'm going to show you on my personal chest how I'm going to craft it. Since I'm playing Malediction here, you can see I have an extra curse, so I don't need it on the chest. And that's why instead of reforging Caster, I am going to reforge Chaos to get physical damage taken as Chaos. So again, what I want to do first is suffixes cannot be changed to not lose my double elevated suffix. Then I go to the bench and I reforge Chaos. So the only mod that we can hit is the one that I want, the only thing being that there is 2 tiers, so I want tier 1, so it's 50-50 that we get the tier 1. Let's see if I get it first try. So we can see here that I hit the tier 2, so I'm just gonna try again, because I want tier 1 on this chest. So I have to do suffixes cannot be changed again. And then reforge Chaos again. And we hit tier 2 again. That's pretty unlucky, so I'm gonna do it a third time. And let's hope this time I get it. Okay, this one we got tier 1 damage taken as chaos. So we are now ready to ailing. So another time I want to craft suffixes cannot be changed. This is starting to cost a bit of money. And let's hope that I don't break my physical damage taken as chaos, because I spent already 8 eggs on it. So I went to buy a nailing bench, and as you can see I did remove the suffixes cannot be changed mod, which is what we want. So now I'm going on the bench to craft chance to block spell damage. So we want to block this, so we have a better chance of getting maximum life on unveiling the chest. And let's see what I get. Let's hope that I get the maximum life craft. So as you can see here, I am not getting lucky and I don't have the maximum life craft, so I'm just gonna discover anything. And now I will have to craft suffixes cannot be changed again. And I will try to annul the mod from ailing. So 3 things can happen here. Either I remove my suffixes cannot be changed, which will be annoying because I will have to craft it again to try. Or I am going to remove chance to avoid ailments, which is what we want, so we can try to ailing again. And the last option is that we remove physical damage taken from it as chaos, and then I will have to reforge chaos again. So let's pray and let's see if I get rid of chance to avoid ailments. Okay, so first step is complete again, and I can try to buy another ailing. So I went to buy another ailing again, and at least I hit the suffixes cannot be changed. So I am ready to unveil again, even though I lost a bunch of eggs already, but that's the game. So we block chance to block spells again. And let's hope this time we discover the life. So this time here it is, maximum life, maximum mana. As I said, it's like 1 chance out of 2 to get it. So there we go. Now I craft maximum life. And our chest is done. So that's it guys, that's how you make your endgame chest for Forbidden Rite character. So I am going to use this one now until I craft a new one to get rid of that ugly chaos resistance that I got. That was unlucky. I am a bit sad about it, but what you gonna do? As always, I hope that this video was helpful, and I wish you that you get a better result than me, maybe some better suffix, and also to spend a bit less X on crafting the prefixes. If you do reforge caster for the Profane Bloom version, it will be cheaper because this way you are guaranteed to get the caster mod, but if you do the chaos one like me, there are 2 tiers, so it's a bit more on the luck side. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my new content.